Talo fatu I lau whaafonga ma lau mai moa mai li ne yaso Samoa. Whaapitoa le whaatalo whaialo ma whanau o le senga iwa o tau aveina le nei mata upo o le FTT po le Food and Textiles Technology. O le tatou le sona I le ne yaso. Mai le tatou strand 1, which is food and nutrition. Food and nutrition. Substrand 1, which is keeping food safe. Keeping food safe. Okay, learning outcomes. You are able to demonstrate understanding of personal hygiene and safe food practices. So by the end of our lesson, you are able to demonstrate understanding of personal hygiene and safe food practices. Our specific learning outcomes are: number 1, identify the importance of personal hygiene or of personal food practices in producing safe food. Identify the importance of personal food practices in producing safe food. Our second LO is list the appropriate personal hygiene and basic safe food practices. List the appropriate personal hygiene and basic safe food practices. Before we move on, I want you students to have your FTT exercise book with you so that you can make notes from our lesson. Your exercise book and a pen so that you can take note of our lesson. Right, first of all, we're looking at our key learning outcomes. The first one is personal hygiene. What do you know about personal hygiene? Or, what is personal hygiene? You can write your answer in your book or your notebook. All right. Personal hygiene refers to maintaining cleanliness of one's body and clothing to preserve overall health and well-being. Or, personal hygiene is how you care for your body, and that includes bathing. Washing your hands using clean water and a soap, and brushing your teeth, and many other practices. So si taimi te tau sami ai, pete ai, tau tua na uma, fuluhutu, In our everyday lives, we always come into contact with millions of outside germs and viruses. They can linger on your body, and in some cases, they may make you sick. Tato mata le video clip lea. So animo o ifa malama atili tato KLO mua, which is personal hygiene.
Simple personal hygiene. For every human, personal hygiene is as important as our daily food. Personal hygiene gives us healthy and disease-free life. In definition, hygiene is defined as the science and practice maintaining good health. In simple words, personal hygiene is taking care of one's own body. The 4 main aspects of personal hygiene are: 1. Cleanliness. 2. Rest and sleep. 3. Physical exercise. 4. Healthy habits. Cleanliness. Cleanliness of hand and skin is the most essential part in our daily life. On starting our day, we use many things. While handling them, we touch the objects like furnitures, coins, supporting rods in buses, seats, etc. Every object that we touch or pick may carry germs which are transferred over other parts of the body, and thus it can also transfer into the body through food. We can maintain personal hygiene by following some of the measures that help us to attain disease-free life. 1. Practicing of daily hand wash with soap before food is very important. 2. Many of the people ignore proper hand wash after using toilets or washrooms. Practice of hand wash with soap after use of toilets is very important. 3. Proper and particular cleansing and drying of various clefts and folds of skin like arms, legs and toes. 4. Proper and daily washing of undergarments and handkerchiefs. 5. Frequent washing and regular combining of hair gives not only healthy hair but also free from parasites like head lice. 6. Brushing teeth twice daily keeps teeth free from germs and infections. Make a habit of brushing twice, early in the morning and before to bed at night, is good for teeth. Practice of mouthwash after eating every food and after eating sweets, also good for teeth and gums. 7. Always, while sneezing or coughing, hold a handkerchief in front of nose and mouth. 8. Eye care is also much important as part of hygiene. Cleansing of eyes regularly with clear water 2 or 3 times a day prevent from infection. Trachoma and conjunctivitis are the 2 common diseases caused by dust and contamination. Never share towels with other, even with the family, and also never share kajal used by others, which also leads to infection. 9. The ears are one of the important organs in our body, which should be cleansed properly and regularly. The wax that is formed in the ear should be cleansed with soft swab. Don't put any sharp objects into the ear which damages the eardrum. 10. A systematic physical exercise is necessary for every age group, like children, adolescents, young and old people. Physical exercise improves blood circulation. 11. Every organ in our body needs rest. Organs obtain rest when we sleep. Every age group requires adequate and sound sleep, an average of 6 hours per day. 12. Everyone should make a habit of going to bed regularly, waking up regularly and taking food at regular intervals and time. 13. Going to bed at late hours. Going to bed immediately after dinner are not good for health. 14. Every day, bowels should be cleared preferably in the morning. 15. Usage of tobacco should be avoided, which is injurious to health and leads to cancer. 16. Consuming of alcoholic beverage is also injurious to health. 17. On the other side, cleanliness of house is also very important. The room should be well ventilated for fresh air and oxygen and sunlight. The proper ventilation with sunlight kills the germs. Thus, we should care of everything in our daily life with proper hygiene can ensure a healthy life.
Right? And that's about personal hygiene. And what about Food safety or safe food practice. What is safe food practice, or what is food safety? Fau, tu sila lo lau tali fau ngala api malau pen. Okay. Food safety is a scientific discipline describing handling of food, preparation of food, and storage of food in ways that prevent foodborne illness. Preparation and storage of food in ways that prevent foodborne illness. Food safety also refers to the appropriate measures taken to properly handle, cook, and preserve food in order to protect us from diseases. In that way, food safety often overlaps with food defense to prevent harm to consumers. Safe food practices refers to the appropriate measures taken to properly handle, cook, and preserve food in order to protect us from disease. With respect to food, preparation, this means cooking perishable food right after thawing, washing hands with soap and warm water before and after handling food. Right? Those are some of the examples of perishable food. As you have seen on the screen, the word perishable food. Those are some of the examples of perishable food. So mata-mata maltato clip le. Waisisi paenga na mala matili ile food safety or keeping food safe.
Four basic steps for food safety at home. Each year millions of people get sick from food illnesses which can cause you to feel like you have the flu. Food illnesses can also cause serious health problems, even death. Follow these 4 steps to help keep you and your family safe. 1. Clean. Always wash your food, your hands and cooking tools. Wash hands in warm soapy water for at least 20 seconds. Do this before and after touching food. Wash your cutting boards, dishes, forks, spoons, knives, and countertops with hot soapy water. Do this after working with each food item. Rinse fruits and veggies. Clean the lids on canned goods before opening. 2. Separate or keep apart. Keep raw foods to themselves. Germs can spread from one food to another. Keep raw meat, poultry, seafood, and eggs away from other foods. Do this in your shopping cart, bags, and fridge. Do not reuse marinades used on raw foods unless you bring them to a boil first. Use a special cutting board or plate for raw foods only. 3. Cook. Foods need to get hot and stay hot. Heat kills germs. Cook to safe temperatures. Meat. Cook beef, pork, veal, and lamb roasts, steaks, and chops to at least 145 degrees Fahrenheit, 63 degrees Celsius, with a 3-minute rest time. Ground meat. Cook ground beef, veal, lamb, and pork to at least 160 degrees Fahrenheit, 71 degrees Celsius. Cook ground poultry to 165 degrees Fahrenheit, 74 degrees Celsius. Poultry. Cook all poultry to minimal safe internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit, 74 degrees Celsius. Use a food thermometer to make sure that food is done. You can't always tell by looking. 4. Chill. Put food in the fridge right away. 2-hour rule. Put foods in the fridge or freezer within 2 hours after cooking or buying from the store. Do this within 1 hour if it is 90 degrees or hotter outside. Never thaw food by simply taking it out of the fridge. Thaw food in the fridge or slow thawing, under cold water or medium thaw, and in the microwave for fast thawing. Marinate foods in the fridge. Thank you for watching.
Right. From the video clips and the previous slides, we came across with so many new words. And here's another one. Term food handling. What do you know about food handling, or what is food handling? Food handling is any aspect of the operations in the preparation, transport, storage, packaging of food, wrapping, exposure for sale, service, or delivery of food. For safe food practices, we should consider the following. In every step of food preparation, we all have to follow some steps to keep food safety. And here are some of the steps. I have given 4 steps so that you can follow about food safety or food practices or food safe practices. The first one is clean. Wash your hands, utensils, and surfaces often, as we all know that germs can spread and survive in many places. The second one is separate. Do not cross-contaminate. That means separate meat from vegetables, or separate every ingredient that you are going to prepare for cooking. The third one is cook. Cook to the right temperature. That means we should consider the appropriate temperature according to the type of cooking method used in cooking. And number 4 is chill. Refrigerate promptly. Refrigerate according to the texture of food. As we all know that bacteria that cause food poisoning multiply quickest between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright. With all those aspects of personal hygiene and safe food practices, let's think of a way to guide us in order to maintain food safety. Alright? You can think of your own way. But here is what I found in order to remind us about personal hygiene and safe food practices. It's a golden rule. So the golden rule of food safety, the golden rule of food safety, it says the longer the wait, the greater the risk. The longer the wait, the greater the risk. Ia ila se simfai noni na ia famtalaina mai. Ea le wingon na fai. All right. To be on the safe side, eat cooked foods just as soon as they come off the heat. Eat cooked foods just as soon as they come off the heat. Lono winga. Taimi lava e vela ili mea ai pe umaili ngā seino mea ai. Halo, asuloa, ai. If you must prepare foods in advance or want to keep leftovers, be sure to store them under either hot, near or above 60 degrees Celsius, or cool, near or below 10 degrees conditions. Right. Let's go back to our learning outcomes. Our specific learning outcomes. First one is identify the importance of personal food practices in producing safe food. You have to identify the importance of personal food practices in producing safe food. Ngalaw api malupin. Personal hygiene is important to prevent food poisoning. When handling food, wash your hands thoroughly and often. If you are sick, please do not go to school or work because you can contaminate food more easily. For food handlers, you should be properly trained in safe food handling. Our second LO, it says, list the appropriate personal hygiene and basic safe food practices. List the appropriate personal hygiene and basic safe food practices. All right. You can make your list. And here is my list. Your uniforms. Ana tua foi tamaiti. E alu to tono se fale ainga. Po se fale tal malo foi. Tilo ngo fia le wainga le kuka. E nafa malenga se no me ai se fale tal malo po se fale ainga. Stau foi una fata we tata wainga. You have to wear uniforms including an apron. So apron. Here's an apron. Le. Yena ka bailu molo la e. Ya failu kuka. Another one. hair restraint, or hat, or hairnet. Another one, you have to keep your fingernails short and clean. Tātou tingilima, o te whapupu'u, ma ia mauti noe teimi umai whai e ngasi. O lo mama. Another one, avoid touching nose, mouth, hair and skin during food preparation. Na, asanya tātou e whaiwhai mea ai. Wale walu le ulu, solo le supe. Pe solo fo iso mol mata. Lisi vaenga tāwana. Do not smoke in food premises. And the last one, do not cough or sneeze directly on food. Tātou tilo le TV, nei taimi ae. Te leo whasalalaunga. Ia, e whautua ina mai ai. E tale, whaangalu so solo. Ia po se tishu mama. Pe whaanga fwoi de awala. Whaali melta mai taina ia tātou. Right. Ale umal tātou lesson. Tali tono tele lavanya unots tustus. And here is a very small activity for you. So when you go to school, you can take your book, give it to your teacher. Tanga yelu faya onga. Ila maluenga na safai. Mfasa awani yati. Oi. The first question is, what is personal hygiene? What is personal hygiene? Second question is, list down the 4 steps in order to keep food safe. List the 4 steps in order to keep food safe. Sa tilo mai vai ngana fa. Tātou sili muli. List any of the appropriate personal hygiene and basic safe food practices. List down any of the appropriate personal hygiene and basic safe food practices. Remember our personal hygiene and safe food practices whenever we prepare to cook and or handling food. Hopefully, this lesson is very helpful as we are now in a state of emergency COVID-19. And that's our lesson for today. Manuia leaso and stay safe. So far, so good.